Hey folks, this is Alex. Welcome back to Alflex Fit podcast. And today in this video, I want us to talk about business. Simply because we shouldn't be just satisfied with whatever we have. At the end of the day, we need to have a massive business. We need to expand our businesses far much more than what they currently are. Or maybe you don't even have a business and you want to start one. So you need to think of thinking big, like having 10x dreams and such kind of a thing. I was reading a book back in the days from Grant Cardone, who is one of my biggest mentors, and this dude was saying that building a small business and just being okay with it, being comfortable with it, is insulting. You're literally robbing everybody else simply because you settled for less. You should be in a position of thinking big, simply because you know very well that this business can bring a lot of relief in a lot of people's livelihoods. Naona? So you should start thinking big. Usikuwa unafikiria ati umetengeneza kabiashara and you're okay, you fucking settle for just that simply because that inakusustain, you're okay. Like what the fuck is that, man? A lot of people are depending on that. If you can go out there and build that business to be massive, at the end of the day you find that you can employ a lot of people. You can bring solution to a lot of people's lives. You can bring a lot of impact in these people's lives by whatever you offer. A good example is Madam Liz Wanyoiki. And this lady built a massive business. I don't know, sijui ilikuwa inaitwa aje. It's cool. Maybe I will pin it. She built a massive business simply because it wasn't just about her. It was her mission to make education accessible to a lot of people and affordable. No. And that way, he employed a lot of people. She employed a lot of trainers. I mean, she gave a lot of students a chance to learn new things, And that way, aliwacha impact. No. So we should be in a position of thinking big. And also, I want us to look at a psychological fact that normally happens. For instance, when you go to supermarkets, do you ask yourself, why are supermarkets having these massive shelves? Why do they have massive arrays of maybe things that you can buy, you can potentially buy? Like they have arranged them in a specific manner. There is a reason for that, simply because akili zetu zimetengenezwa in a way that we gravitate towards abundance. We need more things. That's why unajipataka sometime you want big things for yourself, because our minds are created that way. We want to be massive. We want to have a lot of money. We want to have a big mansion, We want to have the most beautiful wife, simply because akili zetu zimetengenezwa in a way that they crave abundance. And ukiingia kwa supermarket unapata those arrays of things, those lines and those halls zimejaa all these equipment that you need. You get to a point that you don't even know what you want, simply because uko na a lot of choices. Our minds are like, okay, you are excited because of that. Ukilinganisha na shop yenye iko a local shop, unapata ukienda tu kununua hapo, unanunua kama mafuta, mara unanunua kanyanya, mara you're not buying like you do in a supermarket, simply because supermarket is engineered to our minds perspectives. So that is what I want to talk about today, simply because our minds are meant to live big. We are meant to think big. We are meant to have big things. We are meant to have big businesses. And that is why I just decided to build my businesses to be massive. I want them to be big, not just some fucking small shop somewhere. They must be big. They must accommodate a lot of people. They must bring a lot of solutions in this life, and also be in a position of helping a lot of people to have their livelihood in the same. So it's not just a matter of maybe having a small, tiny thing. No, think about how you can expand. How can you make your services better? How can you brand your business? How can you push it forward to a lot of people so that more people can see it? Not just about your local shop or your local area ati wenye wanatembea hapo. Those are the ones who are just buying from you. How can you expand online? How can you expand to another town? How can you expand to another maybe country and such kind of a thing? You find that by you expanding, you bring more solution, and with more solution, people get to pay you more, and that way you get to employ more people, you get to bring relief in a lot of people's lives. For instance, if you look at a company like Safaricom or KCB Bank or maybe Equity, these companies have employed a lot of people. They have literally helped a lot of people and their livelihoods. They have also helped a lot of people bring solutions in their life. For instance, kama sai, if you want to make a call, you can easily call simply because Safaricom built a system enye you can use. You see, they brought a solution to massive numbers of people, and that way they're making money in the process. They're making big money, they're helping people, and all these kind of things. They are coexisting with the economy simply because they didn't just settle for less. No. It's not a matter of just maybe having a small thing, like I have always been telling you. Think about how can you expand your business. Your business should go out there and serve a lot of people, and that way we can be in a position of achieving something big for our lives. Because you find that for a company to be successful, it has to bring solutions. It has to bring solution that people actually need, and also it has to be very affordable so that these people can buy from you at any time of the day or at any time of the economy. Maybe the economy is worse, maybe the economy is good, they will still buy from you simply because it is accessible and it is affordable. And also it has to be accessible, not just at uko Nairobi too, like you are located in Nairobi. No, you should be located everywhere, and that way you get to be in a position of making a lot of money, helping a lot of people's lives, and also improving their lives simply because of the solutions that you brought with your business. For instance, I was explaining to my friend, she has a laundromat, and I will mention, though I will not mention her name, and I was explaining to her how she can maybe be in a position of thinking of how she can expand from that just same location, afungue massive other locations simply because of reinvesting in the current location, and also supplying her services online, having social medias and such kind of things. The same thing I've been explaining to my sister all this long. So it's just a matter of thinking big. It's not just a small nini, like usifikire tu in a small way. Just think of something massive. How can you expand? How can you go out there, reach out to more people, and this way you find that you bring more solution, you bring more money in, and the process becomes successful. So you guys, in that small business that you have, think of something. Think of how you can expand out of that place. Think of how you can expand to online. Think of how you can build supply chains online, and that way you can be in a position of building something big that brings solution to all of us. So that is it for the video today. Go out there, think about that. One step at a time, we must get what we want in life. Hope to see you at the top. Adios.